Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Debbie Obierika in the building. You're welcome to another amazing video. If you're new here, I'm a YouTuber based in Abuja, Nigeria, and I film videos based on asthma awareness, lifestyle and hair care. And today it's a chit chat. Get ready with me while I tell you guys about an encounter I had with someone I dated in the past as regards asthma. From the title you can already tell because I don't know what I'm saying right now. It sounds like gibberish. Anyway, if you're interested in catching the full gist, keep watching as I get ready and I give you guys the gist, okay? If you do not already know, I am asthmatic. I did my asthma review I think some 9 months ago. Please go check out that video. My hair is doing anyhow, but I'll fix it up while I'm getting ready. Anyway, so I've been asthmatic I think about 12 years now. I don't even remember. I've lost count of like the number of years because to be honest, it has been a while. But yeah, so this particular person in question, we're going to call him Mr. X, okay? Because I mean, we don't want to call anybody's name because regardless of the fact that he did the weirdest things, he doesn't deserve to be called out like that. Everybody has a right to react however they want to react. It's now your choice to either keep up with the bullshit or get the hell out. Okay, so I'm going to be calling him Mr. X. All right, so we started dating. He already knew I had asthma, to be honest. We started dating after we had talked for a couple of months. He's actually a friend of the family, so our families have known each other since we were like before we were even born, I guess, before we were born. So we started dating. He knew I had asthma. His parents were even so supportive of the fact that I had asthma. They were, trying to figure out, oh, what's the best thing we can do for you? Because in that particular year, I was having crisis a lot. I don't know why, but I was always in and out of the hospital, always having one crisis or the other. And it was all those terrible ones that require me to go to the hospital, okay? So it was a really bad time for me at the time. And he knew about all these things. And he was actually very supportive because it was a long distance relationship. I was in Benin, he was in Lagos. So he was actually very supportive and everything, even though he wasn't there, physically and everything. In fact, even before we started dating, he was already very supportive. In fact, then that was when I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to, say yes when the time finally comes. Because I mean, I usually worry that, oh, we can handle the fact that, that I get to go to the hospital a lot, especially when my crises are just, off the hook sometimes in the year. Sorry, excuse me, guys. So yes, sorry about that. So yeah, so the relationship was going really well. At the honest, we used to video call every morning because he works from home as well. At that time, I was working from home too. So would you call in the morning? I'll be in my workshop, maybe making wigs or creating content or something, and then he also would be in his workspace. It was really cool. All those honeymoon phase and everything. We used to have dates on video calls because I mean, like I said, different cities and all of that. So we had been planning, okay, we're going to see in December. So we had started to plan the whole, oh, you come over or should I come over? You were really sweeting everybody. So I had a wedding to attend in Lagos at that time. So I, said, okay, you know what, instead of you coming, let me come, okay? Because I mean, I have a wedding to attend as well. So it wouldn't make sense that I come for the wedding, then I come back, then you come again. I'm already in Lagos, might as well just extend my stay. So I got to Lagos. It was nice. It was really nice, to be honest. Because like I said, we're family friends, so I had to go see his parents as well. Not as per we're dating. I'm not even sure they knew. I'm not even sure. What's that? I'm not even sure they knew all the basics of the relationship, but I'm sure they figured because I mean we're always on video calls together and everything. So I went to their family house and all that, chilled with his siblings. And then on this fateful day, I had a crisis in their house. Like, I woke up having a crisis. This thing happens to me sometimes where I'm sleeping. I think I mentioned it in my trigger videos, like 7 asthma triggers you should know. I'll link that up here. That, sometimes you might be hot or even cold and then you wake up coughing and then boom. You've been having an attack all this while and you didn't even know because you were asleep. But then it gets to the point where your body can't take the fact that you're not breathing again, and sometimes it wakes you up, or some people they die from there. We thank God that that's not been our story. So yeah, so I had the crisis in the house. I was sort of worried because I was like, this my makeup thing today is just trying to be a disaster. But yeah, I was sort of worried that, okay, how would these people react to the fact that, they knew I was asthmatic, but they hadn't seen me. He wasn't in his parents' house at the time that this happened. I don't know if I was thankful or not, but parents handled it quite well. Called their family doctor, what to do, because it was already bad, so I couldn't really tell them what to do. Normally, my friends know that if you are new to me having a crisis, I usually will walk you through the whole process of, okay, this is what you're supposed to do. I should pin this hair up so that it stops getting in my way. Hold on, guys. Okay, so they were really chill about it. They called the family doctor. He told them, oh, this is what and what they should do. It was a weird experience, but at the same time, they showed me so much love that I didn't even feel like, oh, I was burdening these guys, you get. So the crisis was over, and not so long after I had the crisis, he came to the house, and then he was like, what's happening? And you're like, oh, Debbie had a crisis, and then he was all worried and very caring, asking, okay, what happened? How did it happen? He spoke to the doctor at length, wanting to know, okay, what do I do? So we had this conversation that, oh, it was a possibility that our kids could have asthma as well, because I think that my granddad had it, my cousins have it. So we're like, oh, it's a gene thing, because I'd never had allergies in my entire life, and then suddenly one morning I have asthma. So yeah, so we had talked about it. Like, this was a serious conversation for me, because this was somebody I was willing to spend the rest of my life with. If not before 1 or 2, I've probably been happily married with a ring in people's faces. But yeah, so that day came and passed. Holiday was over. I went back to Benin, and the relationship continued. Then the honeymoon phase was over. It was time for us to start sorting some things out. And then the first issue that we had was Mr. X suddenly told me that, oh, okay, before that, his parents didn't like the fact that, oh, I wore trousers. But then I already knew that, because my own parents don't like the fact that I wear trousers. So I already knew that their friends, my parents have similar friends. Like, what they don't like, their friends don't like as well. So I already knew that one was a constant. And I had asked him that, okay, what's your opinion about the way I dress? Because I don't want someone to be an issue when we now get married. You now say, oh, start wearing big gowns and stuff like that. And then he had said, oh, I don't care. And I even prefer that you wear trousers, because it's safer, covers you up more, and the world where we live in, I don't want other men ogling you and would laugh about it. I was like, oh my god, I found the man of my dreams. And then so after I left Lagos and I got back to Benin, I started to have a conversation one day, and then he was like, that he needs me to stop wearing trousers, stop fixing my nails. If you know me, I'm obsessed with fixing my nails, even though this work that I do doesn't allow me have time to even think about fixing my nails lately. And then he was like, I'm going to go for before I continue, I'm going to go for a bright shadow look and maybe nude lips. I'm thinking of orange. I've never tried that before, but this is the palette I'll be using today. It's Miss Rose palette. This is actually my sister's makeup palette. I actually literally don't have makeup, so I think I know how to shoot a makeup video. Please come to our house and use our makeup products. Okay, what are siblings for? But yeah, so what was I? So he was like, oh, that he wanted me to stop wearing trousers. I was like, why? He was like, oh, his parents are not comfortable with it. I'm like, I'm not dating your parents, so are you okay with it? Because for me, it is about you and your partner. It's not really about the third party people. Yes, the parents might not like it, but if you guys are in like a coalition together saying, oh, this is what we want, then it'd be easy to scale through. And I was like, oh, what about you? What do you want? And then he's like, oh, he has told me he doesn't mind. I'm like, then if you don't mind, then this is the conversation we should have. I will talk to your mother or something when the time is right, but right now let's just leave that, okay? And he was like, oh, okay, that's fine. 2 weeks later, he brought it up again that, oh, this trouser thing is a big deal. And that actually, even for him, it is a big deal. That he was hoping that, oh, he would move past it, but then he realizes that half of the times I'm always wearing trousers. And I'm like, I'm a light-skinned girl. I like to wear short things, but then the country that we're in doesn't allow you to just, exposing your lap. There's rape everywhere. Even though they say, oh, it's not about how you are dressed, I just don't like that attention to myself. So I really just wear trousers all the damn time. So he was like, oh, that's a big deal for him. That he doesn't like that I wear trousers. I stop fixing my nails. And okay, maybe I could do a bit of makeup, but not so much. I'm like, oh, I don't even wear makeup. I don't even get makeup products. Talking about wearing makeup. And I'm like, okay, I could compromise, all right? I could stop the nails. I could, do a proper manicure, pedicure, whatever it is called, and then, just make my fingers look good. I just like that my fingers look good when I fix, but that's fine. And then he was like, makeup. I'm like, I don't even wear makeup, so that's okay. But that trouser one, I can't. It's not something that I just woke up one morning and decided that, oh, I want to follow the crowd and start wearing. I like to cover my legs up because they are very obvious, to be honest. It's not like I'm trying to brag, but they're hot legs, okay? And then he was like, why is this such a big deal that it's just trousers and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, when you came into my DM, bruh, didn't you see that I was wearing trousers? So why are you coming at me like, oh, you didn't know that, oh, I used to wear trousers before? So like, it's not like I've ever hidden the fact. I think this thing is popping as much as I wanted to pop. I feel like I've ever hidden the fact that, oh, I wear trousers. So if you wanted a girl that didn't wear trousers, why did you come into my DM? And all the times I asked you if it was okay by you, why did you say it was okay by you? And then he goes, oh, that I'm not willing to compromise, right? But do I have any idea how much compromise he's making? I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then he's like, do I realize that he has to be with a sick person for the rest of his life, that he has to accept the fact that I'm not healthy, he has to accept the fact that he has to, be a caregiver for the rest of our marriage, because if I have a crisis, he has to take care of me. But don't I realize that it's a compromise for him to be with somebody that has asthma, that I'm a sick person, and he's willing to let that all go and then be with me, and I'm not willing to compromise. I was like, what? I was like, sorry, what? He's like, yes, that this is not what he planned for himself, that he wanted someone that will be healthy, take care of the home, but now he has to help me out a lot more because of my condition and blah blah blah. And I was just like, sorry, that's how you feel about me? And he was like, yes, I'm always sick, I can't do this, I can't do that. He doesn't mind though, but that's his compromise. So if he's willing to compromise and not and be with someone like me, then I should be willing to compromise and stop wearing trousers and makeup and doing my nails and all of that and dress how he wants me to dress. So I'm just like, okay, where is all this coming from? Like, where is all of this coming from? I was like, where's all this coming from? Because his parents had even started helping me out. There was this natural drug supplement thing I was taking at the time. I stopped, it was kind of pricey, and it worked, to be honest. That period I didn't have crisis so much, and it was like 50 grand for 6 weeks for the drug, for the treatment thing. And then he was like, then do I know that he has to work harder because I'm expensive for every time I have to visit the hospital and blah 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 and all of that stuff, that this is not what he signed up for, but that he's willing, sorry, I'm confused, I'm looking for what to use to apply this setting powder, but that he's willing to compromise. That, do I think it's easy to be with someone that is always sick? Guys, I cried though. That day I was just like, what? This is the man that says he loves me and he has all these things to say about me. And then he was like, that he even has to also handle the facts that our kids too might also have it, that I'm going to bring unhealthy kids into the world. Ha! I was just like, what is all this bitterness? Like, when you love somebody and then you've never seen the other side of them, you think that they are the next best thing to sliced bread. And I was just like, this boy was my picture perfect. He didn't need no filter. He was everything I thought I needed in a man. And I was just like, God, what is all of this? What is going on? And I cried a lot. And then I said to myself, if somebody can speak to me like this and claims he loves me, then I'd rather not be loved, to be honest. I'd rather just be on my own and not be loved, because it's madness. It's really madness. So anyway, I cried a lot. Told my sister was mad. My sister was so mad. My sister was like, that's rubbish. That if nobody has ever made me feel like that, like my friends and family, my close friends and family have seen me go through worse. There was a time in 2019 where I was having crisis every day. I'm not even trying to exaggerate. I don't know what's wrong with my body. My body was just revolting. Every day I was in the hospital. And my flatmate never for one day, I don't know if she felt like that, but she never made me feel like, oh, I was a burden or anything. So it was weird to hear somebody that I loved, in quotes, say all those evil things to me, to be honest. But yeah, so I took a time out and then I said, you know what, that I'm done. I can't be with you. If this is how you feel about me, then I can't be with you, because to be honest, I don't want anybody, making me feel like I'm a burden for the rest of my life. I already feel like I'm a burden naturally, so I don't even want to tell my sister when I'm sick, and she'll be like, you didn't tell me that you were sick, and I'll be like, I feel like you're already tired of hearing, oh, Debbie had a crisis. And then she's like, no, I'm not tired, you're my sister. So I was just like, if I'm already feeling like this subconsciously, worrying that, oh, these people, I'm always stressing them out, then you now come and tell me with your mouth that I'm a burden, then you have to go. So I sent me a message that, you know what, it's fine, I hear you, No wala. No anger here, okay? Alright guys, I'm going to just let me just finish the story. I was like, no anger here, but that's it. Let's just end our relationship. To be honest, there was a lot of anger. I hated him at a point. I was heartbroken. So many things were going on in my head. But after a couple of months, I told myself that it wasn't going to do me any good if I held on to this grudge that I was holding on to. Because to be honest, he probably had moved on with his life, and I was still here holding it against him that, oh, he said this to me, he said that to me, and blah blah blah. So I texted him that, oh, you know what, I forgive you, but I don't want us talking no more. I deleted his number already before this time that I reached out, but I had it somewhere, of course. And then I deleted his number, and I, tried to focus on other things. And that was basically it. But there have been other experiences, not like proper dating experiences, where people I was with sort of left me. Let me just give this quick one. So it was this time I went out on a date with somebody. I don't even remember the guy's name, to be honest, because it was like a first date, and then I was very embarrassed about the fact that I had asthma, so I wouldn't even bring it up in the conversation so that you're like, oh, okay, this girl is asthmatic or anything. So, and this particular guy took me out to this restaurant. It was in Lagos, I think. Yeah, it was in Lagos. And then they were cooking, so the fumes were like entering the restaurant. On a normal day, I would have been like, oh, let me take some air. This is why I'm taking some air. But I was embarrassed by the fact that I had asthma, so I didn't say anything. So I now didn't say anything. Fumes were coming in. This time I started to cough, and then I started to have a crisis. And then I was trying to use my inhaler and all of that. And then he was like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? I'm like, oh, I have asthma. And then he's like, okay, let me get some help. That's what I can do. Men and brethren, till tomorrow, I haven't seen that guy. He was the attendant at the restaurant that saved my life. She called her manager, they put me in the car, and then they took me to the hospital. And then basically that was it. But sometimes I don't understand why people are so scared of this thing. It's not like it's epilepsy, it's not contagious. Or maybe he was worried that I would die. I really don't know, Sha. But yeah, this particular experience got to me a lot. At that point, I told myself that, I was not going to date again. I was going to chill, because if this is a serious problem for someone that I was this close to, a family friend that knew everything from when I was diagnosed, and all of that, then a stranger would not be any different. I'm supposed to have put some liner on my eye, but I don't know. I don't think I'm feeling like it. Let me look at this thing up close. Okay, I think that I need to adjust my shadow. Guys, I'm very bad at this girl doing me. You guys can agree, but I'm very bad at it. But I'm going to keep doing it because I'm the kind of person that believes in consistency, and eventually you get what you're looking for. So basically, men and brethren, that's my gist though. That's my gist. Made me feel so worthless, to be honest, at that time. And then my friends had to keep encouraging me in the Lord. But yeah, that's it. And my glam is done. I have a birthday party to attend, so I might just keep this makeup till then. Though I'm not one of those people that like to carry makeup for long. This is like, I think, 1 o'clock, and the party is for 2:30. I don't know if I would, carry it till then. But yeah, I think I did a good job. What do you guys think? It's very simple and subtle. I'll take pictures so you guys can see the eye look and everything. But I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It was basically gist. I like to be very comfortable when I'm filming chit chat videos. I wrote a script, to be honest, but I didn't follow it. But I'm just trying to ease into the whole YouTube thing. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, drop a comment below. Tell me, have you experienced any sort of thing like this, as in where somebody doesn't want to date you because of maybe your background, where you're from, or what you wear, or your health condition, or something? Has anybody ever left you because of any related thing like this? Please let me know in the comment section. I still remain your favorite YouTuber, Obierika. Don't forget to click the subscribe button as well, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.